Thank you, Michelle. In Catawba County, a suspect charged in connection to Sunday's deadly mass shooting is expected in court today. 20-year-old Garen Killian, who's from Lenoir, is charged with 1 count of attempted murder. He is being held in jail without bond. The shooting happened at a home near Hickory early Sunday morning during a party attended by more than 100 people. Investigators say more than 80 shots were fired. 1 man was killed. 11 others were injured. Law enforcement says they expect to make additional arrests. A 16-year-old from North Carolina is now in custody in connection with a mass shooting in Little River, South Carolina. It happened over Memorial Day weekend after an argument on a party boat. 10 people were shot and another person was hurt but not shot. Police say the teen will be charged with 8 counts of attempted murder along with weapons violations. The Naval Criminal Investigative Service arrested another suspect in the shooting last week in Illinois. 19-year-old Shawan Williams is also charged with multiple counts of attempted murder. He is awaiting extradition back to South Carolina. Federal ICE agents' detention of 23-year-old Marlon Ivan Mendez is drawing community outrage in Greensboro. Mendez, a Guatemalan native, was detained Tuesday outside the Watson-Washington Fold while his pregnant fiancée Jasmine Lopez was with him. According to the immigrant advocacy group Siembra NC, plain-clothed federal agents approached Mendez, searched his pockets, and detained him without explanation.
Jasmine and Marlon had plans to welcome their first child together, and now Jasmine faces not having maternity leave and navigating his detention and pregnancy alone without the father of her child.
Lopez was briefly handcuffed during the incident. Siembra NC leaders and faith groups are now calling for Mendez's release, citing the strain on his fiancée and their unborn child. Advocates also fear others may be detained. The wife and children of the man accused of attacking a peaceful group in Boulder, Colorado are in ICE custody and could face deportation. The suspect expected in state court tomorrow. And as Morgan Chesky reports, one of the victims of the attack, an 88-year-old Holocaust survivor, is now at home recovering.
Yeah, officials are now calling this a targeted act of anti-Semitic violence. And here in Boulder, the community is absolutely rallying around those 12 victims, 3 of whom we've learned are still recovering in a nearby hospital. In the meantime, the man behind all of this, Muhammad Solomon, sits in a Colorado cell awaiting a state court date on Thursday and a federal court date on Friday. ICE has confirmed that his family, his wife, his 5 children, are now in federal custody. We do not know their immigration status, but officials say that they want to question the family to see what, if anything, they knew about this attack that Solomon told authorities he spent a year planning before leaving his Colorado Springs home and driving up to Boulder with those homemade Molotov cocktails and that makeshift flamethrower. Right now, investigators say they are still working and going through evidence, including a journal and a phone that Solomon left behind at his Colorado Springs home, believing that when he came up to carry out this attack, he would not survive. In the meantime, one of the survivors, 88-year-old Holocaust survivor, spoke to NBC News publicly for the first time, saying that this is not what America is. This is not how Americans act, and encouraging everyone to treat others with kindness and compassion. We do anticipate hearing from the governor of Colorado at some point later today, but as of right now, investigators say this is very much an active investigation. We'll send it back to you.
New today at noon, police in New York have arrested a man in connection to the bombing of a California fertility clinic. Investigators say the bomber was killed in the explosion, which injured 4 people and caused widespread damage to the Palm Springs clinic last month. The FBI and Port Authority police say 1 person was arrested overnight at JFK Airport. 2 people familiar with the matter say he may have helped provide material for the bomb, but no other details have yet been released by authorities. The bombing is being investigated as an act of terrorism. In Asheboro, I-73-74 is back open, but an overpass does remain closed this afternoon following a tractor-trailer crash. This was the scene as crews worked to repair the Salisbury Street Bridge yesterday. The tractor-trailer collided with it and damaged it before overturning. The bridge will be closed until further notice. Drivers will see barricades and signage put up in place. Also, a heads up for drivers in Greensboro today. Lanes on West Market Street are closed for work on the final phase of the downtown Greenway. This is happening between Mendendal Street to North Cedar Street. The city says the closures will last from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. through June 27th. So drivers should expect delays in that area and are encouraged to find alternate routes.